People that we are live. So just as we're all doing this, good morning, welcome, hello. We will get all of this started. All right, we are live. Good morning, good morning. I know that Facebook will take some time, about a minute or so. And this week I want to just share with you a little bit about me and who I am and what I do. So I am Alison Cotton and I am a embodiment coach. Good morning as you hop on. Hello. I help women use their human design. I'm a human design junkie. I help them use their human design to access their intuition more, to make more money in their business and get 2 clients per week. So good morning as you say hello. Hashtag live if you are here with me. I've got cards to pull. We are going to go into, and can you fucking believe it, but it is November. We are here in November, so can you believe it's almost the end of the year? How are you tracking on your journey in your business using your human design each and every week? We've been following the solar transits now for over 2 years. And those who join me regularly, I'd really love to say hello and let me know, have you been following these lives consistently enough where you're following the energy and you are now starting to notice the shifts that are happening for you? The more you follow your human design, the more you increase that intuitive knowing within you, you will start to magnetically attract consistent clients. And Tamara says consistent enough. This is the beautiful woman who tells me today, and can we just celebrate Tamara here for a moment, where she has now had someone inbox her for client work. So every one of you who have the dream, and this happened to me just recently too, that any business owner has the dream that they would love to be contacted by potential clients. Well, Tamara had that gift given to her over the weekend. She was away doing her thing, being in her feminine. We had a lot of conversations yesterday on a powerful panel discussion. Good morning, good morning. See, this is the thing. We got to celebrate, collaborate and celebrate. So please celebrate Tamara and yourselves every single forking day. Right? We do this inside my programs. And you know, if you don't, it's those 1% things that you'll miss that will suddenly trap you in and bring you down. It's that mindset shifts that we need. So that's ideal. Exactly. You want those people to be magnetic enough that they're messaging you instead of you having to message them or you having to reach out. Right? She's blowing goals all out of the water along with everyone else that I'm currently working with. And I think this is just fantastic. We're coming up to the end of the year. We're coming up to one of the busiest times of the year, and these women are nailing their energy every single day and week. And I'm so, so proud to be in their world and helping them do that. So this week we go into November. I know we're 7 days in, but I really wanted to hold space today for November because November is about creating wealth and abundance, right? As business owners, as women in business, we have this capacity to create and harness and focus on our energy and creating this money flow to us. We have some really big sales coming up at the end of the year. So those who are doing Black Friday sales, raise your hands and let me know. If not, that's perfectly fine. I didn't do one last year, but this year I've been intuitively guided to do one. Now, as we move through November, this is the next 30 days of using the solar transits, which we have 5 going through November. We have, and if you want to get your pens and papers out and write these gates down, these are in no particular order, but I've just collaborated what was going on with the energy this morning. So we have gate 1, which is the gate we are currently in, and this will go through our system, our physical humanness, until the 12th. Okay, so this started yesterday. I'm going to go through gate 1 until the 12th. Gate 9 is another gate that we will be focusing on towards the end of the month. And if you are on my email list, you're going to get a guided recording on everything that you will need to know for the month of October, for the month of November, through these gates, through these transits, and how you can start activating 2 clients per week. So if you are on my email list, you will get an email in the next 24 to 48 hours with all of this information. And because I am doing Black Friday sales, I am only offering a special exclusive email discount to those on my email list. So I'm going to put the link in the comments for you to get a free masterclass from me if you would like to join my email list. It's incorporating your human design, your aura, right, your energy type, as well as becoming magnetic enough to start pulling clients towards you and start attracting that money and that consistent client through the door. So that's the masterclass there. Join the email list. You will get an exclusive discount that starts for the Black Fridays very, very soon, right? It's exclusive. It's not coming on socials. It's not going anywhere else. So if you are interested in receiving that, please join the email list. So gate 1 is the gate of expression. Okay. This is where we start to embody and embrace, right, our creative spirit that allows us to express ourselves authentically. Gate 1 is known as the gate of purpose, right? It is located inside your G center, right? So for those who have their human design charts up and with them close by, it's in this center here, this yellow diamond, and this is gate 1, which is this one coming right from the top through to the throat chakra, right? It's connecting to the throat chakra, or trying to, depending on what you have. So that's gate 1. And it is the gate of self-expression, or the gate of purpose, right? We are here to live authenticity, right? Authenticity is the highest frequency, higher than love. Shout out a yes if you agree with me here. Right? We have a creative spirit within us that allows us to express ourselves authentically. I come on here every single week and do this. I express this authentically every single week. This is part, I have gate 1 in my chart, right? And this is where, with gate 1, you get to trust that your unique essence is valuable. So if you're not feeling, or if you're not sensing that your unique essence is valuable, then you have some work to do this week with gate 1, right? Embracing that creative spirit that you have and expressing yourself authentically, right? And understand what you create is your contribution to the world, right? I just want to say this again, and I would love for you to write this down, because this really hit me. When it comes to being valuable and knowing our worth, right, and activating our authenticity, I want you to understand here that what you create in this world, what you express yourself authentically and create in this world, is your contribution to the collective, right? You are just as powerful. You are just as desired as everyone else here. Right. And it reminds me, as we were talking yesterday through the panel discussion, of that masculine and feminine energy and embodying the spirit of both in balance. It reminds me of Ubuntu, my dog. And Ubuntu is an African philosophy for I am because you are. Right. So I don't exist without you. I cannot collaborate without you. I cannot be unless you are. Right? So this is that authenticity. This is where we start to focus on being and knowing and trusting that our unique essence is valuable here. We are all needed and required, because I am because you are. And I just wanted to share that little message today around gate 1 and the beginning of November, as you start to think of ideas and ways to start creating wealth in your business and in your life. Where can you start activating that purpose here on earth? What is your contribution to this world? What you are creating, your business that you are creating, is that contribution to the world. I want you to high five and say yes here, right? Because it's about the drive that you have within you to express your uniqueness and individuality. You can serve the community in your own unique way, right? And that's your purpose. And that's where you get to be fulfilled. When you're following your signature success, your theme in your human design aura, whether that is as a generator, you are satisfied or frustrated, right? I want you to look at that feeling around this expressing your uniqueness and individuality and being who you are in this world, and how that is a contribution to what you are already doing and how this will impact and benefit the world. Okay? So it is part of the G Center, as I explained before, which is our identity and direction in life. Now, anyone who has this defined, you will notice that there is this consistent sense of self and a fixed direction in life. I personally have this defined, and I do feel that way, right? They also have a driven, so there's a lot of drive in your identity in a consistent way. So you might seem very confident in your identity. You might have this really strong sense of knowing of what you're doing and where you're headed and what life is giving you. So that's those who have the G Center defined. For those who don't, it can bring a very different experience to you, where the individual becomes more adaptable and more flexible, right, in their identity and direction in life. So it's kind of like going with the flow. Yeah, they can become quite well in the chameleon department. They can hide themselves very well, right? But they can also adapt their own self-expression to fit the environment and the people that they're in. So they're quite adaptive and quite flexible with this energy, which, as the open centers are, you may not feel like you have a consistent sense of it, but if once you know this, you'll be able to go with the flow. So I would love to hear, for those who aren't defined, how do you navigate that flow, right? Because this is where I come in and we really start to get into the nitty-gritty of it all, right? These cards that will be offered to you this week will be important, and using your strategy and your authority when it comes to gate 1 and how you can navigate that energy. Right? Because the sun is the masculine and the moon is the feminine. Right? This was stated yesterday on this panel discussion. Please go back and watch it. It was super, super important, right? So we work with the sun in a masculine way, right? In a logical, right-brained way. We follow the moon on that intuitive, flowing way. So when we're working with the solar transits, we have a logical reason, an idea of what's going to happen for us, right? And then you can use this energy to adapt, right? Especially if you're undefined, or know that, right, I know where I'm going, I know what I'm doing, this is my consistent energy, right? And with gate 1, I'm going to give myself permission, because each week these solar transits are really just a permission slip for you to use the energy today, to believe in your own capacity to be able to do this for yourself, right? So regardless of whether your G center is defined or undefined, or whatever your aura type is, gate 1 will bring that drive to create self-expression, right? Uniqueness. Just remember, it's super important to be in your design authentically, right? That means if it's defined, staying true to yourself. If it's not defined, it's being adaptable and understanding the different perspectives of what can be offered here. And then deciding, using your signature success, using your authority, does this feel good to me? Do I want to take this on? Yes or no? Okay? Are we all understanding where I'm going here so far? Because I'm just about to show you the cards for each type this week. So I would really love to hear in the comments what your type is. So when the card comes up for you, and I have them here, you will have a deeper understanding of what gate 1 means for you as your type, as a generator, a manifesting generator, and how you can start embodying this energy today, right? Because it's already here. You might as well fork and use it, right? So as we go into the first ones, and these are in no particular order, I just pulled the cards and I'm just going to read intuitively and channel some guidance for each. So the manifestors this week, and I'm not surprised this is, right? And this is color. So manifestors, if you are asking to express, right, get this strong urge to express your individuality and create and initiate new projects or ideas, maybe it would be useful to start putting some color down. So they're kind of just showing me here that, you know, do some mandala coloring in, do some paint by numbers, go out in nature, wear some really bright colors, right? It kind of feels like, I mean, manifestors are seen as trailblazers anyway, right? They have that initiation, they go with it, they get everyone else to do the work for them. My daughter is so like this. Mum, can you cook me something? I feel like, right? But putting that to paper, putting that to color may spark that creativity that you're looking for, right? Just be in your own manifesting energy today, right? Notice how when you are in your own manifestor energy, how peaceful it feels, right? That's when the strong urge of expressing your individuality and creativity and projects will spark. When color is added to your life in the way of either coloring in, wearing it, eating it, in some fashion, you will find that this will be for you. And the thing is, we're looking out for the signs and synchronicities of the universe always telling us yes, right? So manifestors, look for a really super bright pink balloon, or look for something, you know, in the form of color, right? Because when we receive those signs and synchronicities, it's like when I get my 4-leaf clovers, I know, right, I'm on track. Yep, that's good. I'm on track. Yep, everything's going to be great. It's going to be a great day. We're all looking for those signs and synchronicities ourselves. Generators. This card is for you, generators and manifesting generators, either or. You are all collectively together the same. And this is gate. This is number 44, the gate expansion. It's not a gate, but what I'm sensing here is that your creative self-expression may be tied into how you respond to the world around you. Right? This is that expansion. Do the shit that lights you up and leave the forking rest. Right? Find your satisfaction in the way you express your uniqueness. So, for example, generators, manifesting generators, for me, right, as this expansion energy comes, right, 2023 wouldn't be possible if I didn't stop and listen to my intuition. And I wouldn't have created a $100,000 year if I hadn't stopped and listened to my intuition and expand on the things that light me up. So doing such things as these videos every single week, I get sincere satisfaction expressing my uniqueness and the way I do my work and how I do my work, right? Which creates expansion. I couldn't have created a $100,000 year if I didn't have that expansion, if I didn't have that satisfaction. So I just want you to start embodying this energy of satisfaction. Yeah. Right? And following that creative expression, that uniqueness. Right? I won't stop doing these videos, even though sometimes I sit there and go, oh my God, why do I do this? Like, you know, when we have 2 people show up, when we have 10, I just get so lit up. Right? And as part of my expansion, as part of my purpose here, I have gate 1. It's part of my purpose. And so, you know, I just keep going with it, and it keeps expanding my energy because it satisfies me. It builds that life force energy that we have as manifesting generators and generators. The more you follow this energy, the more you will find suddenly shit's just working out for me. Right? Fran, beautiful Fran, who owns Gems on Gem, right? Another client that I have worked with in the past, right? She I got a nudge last year to do Avent calendars. Now, people, if you want an Avent calendar in a crystal, go to Gems on Gem and order your one so you get one every single week. For every single day in December, open up your Avent calendar, right? Fran, if you're watching, I don't know if you are, put your link to it. But I just want you to know here, when you follow your strategy and your authority of your design, right? Intuitively follow those nudges, follow that creative expression. She may or may not have that gate 1, but in that moment, she created it. And she is now in delight of how often she sells. Right? This is what happens when you follow your purpose, when you follow your contribution to the world. Good morning, everyone. Hello. Right? Now, projectors for gate 1 this week. Your card that has come out is enlightenment. Thank you, Vic. Thank you, Nikki. I love your videos. Right? Enlightenment this week, projectors. You have the unique ability to guide others in expressing their individuality. Right? And sometimes you might find that their own self-expression comes through the way you do this. Right? You will find that these people's self-expression, and Gemma, you're probably noticing this with your husband since you tie a lot of the work in that you've been doing with me with this, right, comes from the way you express your energy and guide other people. Right? I know my son as a projector does this quite often. He'll give you a perspective or an insight, and suddenly you're like, yeah, actually, I think I might do that. Right? And then suddenly that expression, right, it gives you the projectors, you give people the permission. This is the message that I'm hearing, right? You give them that enlightenment. You give them permission to activate their own self-expression and the way they do that, and feel like it's a safe space to confidently do that. Okay? So enlightenment for projectors, and it will light you up. It will make you feel very, very successful, very, very happy when it comes to that theme of being a projector, right? So I just want you to know that this week, projectors, anyone who's watching. There we go. Fran's put in the Avent calendar link. So, you know, if you want your 12-day crystals, and they're random and they're so cool. She just intuitively picks it all. It's so random and so cool. I love it. Go and get them. And she's in Australia, so she posts to Australia for those, and she will also post internationally for those who are overseas. I'm not sure who's where. And before I go into reflectors, mind you, how do I find out what my gate is? Right? So the gate is located this week and in the G Center. So you'll need to grab your human design chart. There is a link that I can give you that will do so. Get your free human design chart, then look in this section. And if it has this one pointing up towards the sky, then that is your gate this week. Okay, if you don't have it, it's no big deal. It just means that you'll probably sense it or feel it today. Okay. Now, reflectors. Speaking of, right, you will find your self-expression is influenced by your lunar cycle. As reflectors, you already know this. You are mainly cyclic people, right? And the message that you've got this week is your soul craft, right? Your self-expression, reflectors, is influenced by the lunar cycle and the environment around you. Right? You have that unique ability to reflect the individual and create the world around them. Remember, your creativity is a contribution to the world here, Fran. Right? Fran is one of our beautiful reflectors that come and watch live. So she started her crystal business. She intuitively was guided at some point last year to do Avent calendars. Right? This is her soul craft. This is her in that divine purpose. Right? So I just want you to all take notice this week of your divine purpose and how you can be creative and how you can express that. And if you want to get 2 clients in your business consistently, join my email list and I will have a very special deal for the Black Friday sales if you are on my email list. This is not going publicly. So just be reminded of that. Now, we have done the Gate 1 Oracle cards and a mini summary of November, and I will be sending out the November audio for the month and how you can start actively using it each week to start getting consistent clients, right? Using your human design. So as I put the last 4 cards back into the deck for shuffling, This week's emoji, I'm going to do a heart because we're going through the G center, which is the heart center. So let's do a little heart emoji for those who would like a oracle card. Now, if you would like an oracle card, that's perfect. Please set an intention. I get very strict guidance from spirit when we are channeling this energy and when I'm tuned into your energy, that there is an intention required, because what happens with this is when the intention is there, you will receive more clearer guidance. It won't be so harsh and nasty, right? Because it won't be that fish slap in the face moment, right? So have your intention ready. I'm loving the different colored hearts here, ladies. This is gorgeous. And I'm just writing everyone's name down. Now, of course, for those who show up here every single week, you will know that I do this in no particular order. Okay, now let me make sure that I have all the names down. All right, so I'm going to read your name out, and if I have missed you, please slap me in the face and give me a love heart again, because the notifications don't always come up in my chat box here. So, and if I do miss you, I will come back to you, I promise, at some point. Hello, Lucille. Okay, so I have Anne, Julia, Fran, Tammy, Tamara, Vicky, Nikki, Deb Mack, Gemma, and Lisa. Have I missed anybody? And I'm just adding Lucille now as I see her love hearts. Am I missing anybody at this point? Please speak now or forever hold your peace as I begin shuffling. So again, no particular order, have your intention. If you are subconsciously thinking, not me, don't pick me yet, I just want to listen to everyone else first, you will be last, I promise you, because Spirit just do it every single week, right? Your team of guides are here. You've called them in, you've come and joined this party today, right? Let yourself be open to receiving, right? Let yourself receive the message. You want a message? Let yourself receive it. And be okay. Be in acceptance of the message. It doesn't have to land with you right away today. It could land with you tomorrow, the next day, the day after, right? But I do want you to be open to receiving and have your intention, because the energy gets tuned in, will be very specific and very channeled guidance for you. As we throw the first card out, right? Vicky, this is for you. And there's some soul writing that needs to be done. We can work out this in our hot seat, because Vicky and I are working together through the Intuitive CEO. The word in this, and I'm not sure if you can see it, I might send you a picture. It's just under the angel here, and it says truth. There is this writing that needs to come out of you. There is this, I'm getting the big words journaling. I'm not sure if you are a journaling fan, and I know you're super, super busy, and I think that this is going to help with the brain of the busy, right? This woman currently is working nearly 60 hours a week. It's incredible. She's gone from a 9 to 5 that she absolutely hated, right, and doing the bare minimum of hours in her job, to now working. Hate journaling. So this is why you're being asked to do soul guide, soul writing. There is a reason. Let's do this. And now she's working in another 9 to 5 typically, right? Over 70 hours. There we go. She's doing over 70 hours of work. And this woman is still grinning like a Cheshire cat, right? This is what happens when you contribute to the world with your purpose through gate 1, right? This is what happens. You smile like the Cheshire cat. Your energy gets lit up, lit up, lit up. Vicky, come to the acceptance that soul writing is required of you as much as you hate journaling, right? I think that there is a purpose in it, and we will start doing that in our one-to-one sessions. And I think there's this letting go. Been hearing frozen in my head for the last 24 hours. Let it go, let it go. And I don't have anything to let go. I'm quite okay with everything. So it must be for somebody who's needing to let shit go right now. Nikki, you were saying that your house, you still haven't found a house yet. One thing that comes up to me is what is your belief plan? And this comes for everybody, right? What is your belief plan, right? In order for me to make $100,000 this year, I had to have a belief plan. In order for you, Nikki, to start finding a house, you have to believe it, right? What comes of our belief plan is what we have to do here is you have to believe and trust, right? We've just been through October where it was the whole entire trust month, right? So your belief plan is to have a stable home for your children. Now, I would ask you, how much do you believe that? Do you believe it's possible? Do you believe it's impossible? Do you believe it's happening now? Right? Just similarly to almost like when you've got $4 in your account, and I've been there and done this, right? You want to generate wealth, you've got to have a belief plan, because at the end of the day, when you have 30 cents in your account, you can't buy bread and milk for your children, or you have, somewhere where you're looking to be in, Nikki, all my bills are paid, all my needs are met, all my desires are filled, and you have to believe it. So the added point of your belief plan here, right? And this is part of that law of attraction. You need to flip out of the mindset that you're currently in, right? You have to flip out of the mindset that you're currently in and start to visualize what you fucking want, right? Start manifesting, start creating, start expressing your authenticity this week. Visualize what the fuck you want, when you want it, how you want it. Be specific with the universe and allow the universe to say yes to you, because you're trusting, right? Your trust is your belief plan. You're trusting that it's all going to work out for you. Everything's going to be sorted and it's just fine. The second card that came out for you today, Nikki, is soul family. And that really, really feels like connecting in with the divine for support. Connecting into the heart of the earth here for support, right? Connecting in with your soul family from above as below, but here on earth too, of where can I get this support, right? This emergency housing is part of your soul family, soul contract right now, where it's showing you that the universe will look after you. It is going to be okay, right? Everything is working out in your favor. Maybe that's just the belief plan that you need for yourself right now. Start visualizing the belief plan of what's working out for you. I'm going to get a house. It's going to be stable. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. Allow your law of attraction to start letting you become magnetic. And how you become magnetic, Nikki, is flipping that switch. Flipping the mindset switch and not letting the mind run the show anymore. Let your gut run the show. We've spent how many goddamn years in our matriarchy of the feminine not activating our gut response, not activating our design. Where are we following this flow, right? We are feminine. We have so much flow. We can do many fucking things at once. Allow that flow to run through you. Don't block it, right? And that's really for everybody. Dogs barking everywhere. And this one is for you. My apologies, this is the lawnmower man starting. Wellness. And this one is for you this week, and it's wellness. Connecting into your purpose. Connecting into your creativity. Connecting into your authenticity is going to generate for you wellness. It's going to give you that activating life force energy that you've been searching for. Now, if you're a generator, this wellness comes out of you've just got more energy. You've just got more energy. You just want to sleep less. You've just got so much more energy. I mean, Vicky is doing 70 hours a week. Same. right? So just be mindful this week, Anne, that your wellness is divine on your purpose. Your wellness is required as part of your purpose and your creativity and expression of authenticity, right? Make sure your cup is full. That is what you were being asked to do this week. Would love to have more energy again. Yeah. I mean, I know I'm 46, I think, 46, 47 now. And the energy is definitely not what I had as a 20-year-old. But I know what builds my energy as a generator. I know what lights me up enough that it will give me sustainable energy that I can keep going, right? I have a very particular, this is just so you can understand and resonate with that energetic sense, right? I'm a 5 a.m.er. I will wake up at 5 or 5:30 and I will be in bed by 9:30. That's just me, right? But if I do that, I have enough energy for the next day. Now on Tuesdays, I'm not home from my son's training until near 11 o'clock at night. So there's like an hour and a half on top of what I need in energetic capacity for a Tuesday, right? Because by 9:30, I'm generally in bed. So I have to build my energy and my mind and my knowingness that, yes, I have enough energy to sustain that hour and a half extra tonight. Right? There are some weeks where I'm like, I'm just dog tired. But there are other weeks there's still more energy to keep going. So I just want you to believe and know that when you're looking at having more energy again and moving out of burnout, and this goes for everybody, it's knowing how you are designed, your reflector, manifestor, generator, whatever that may be, and using that energy. Tamara had done the same thing. She went from an old 9 to 5 that she hated to a new 9 to 5 that she absolutely loves, and is now building and having clients reach out to her for working with her, right? It's building that energy up again, and Ignite does that if you are interested. Anyone who needs to hear that today. So the next card that came out is Fran. This is for you. And the message here is channeling. Get back into that divineness. You're welcome. Get back into that divineness and start channeling the messages again. Start reconnecting, even though you've reconnected into that intuitive guidance for yourself. It kind of feels that there's this next step of channeling to be done for you. So really start to activate that. Channeling this week is the part of the purpose, right? Feel into it. Listen to your lunar cycle, right? But that purpose here is that there, and I've said this to you many, many times over the years anyway, that, in service to your clients, channel them a message. Maybe that's the next step for you, but feel into it. You're designed to wait that lunar cycle, right? Sometimes it will be, yes, I know, right? I will close that door. But Fran, just notice that this channeling is coming more and more and more. You're being asked to do more and more and more, right? It's part of that purpose, part of your authenticity, part of your creativity. Let me close that door for everyone. Right, let's try again. How's that noise? Does he want to be heard so much now? Hi, Abigail. Yes, of course, I can still pull a card for you. We are still many numbers and names away today. Spirit are being very active with their vocals. So, yes, if you could just please put a heart emoji as an exchange, and I would love to do that. All right. So the next person who is being called is Lucille. And similar to what we were just talking about, our voice needing to be heard, there's this soul song that's coming out from within you, this purpose, right? So just be mindful. This week is all about our purpose, right? It's about our creative expression, how we're doing life, how we're doing the world. Thank you, Olivia, right? So for you, Lucille, where is that soul song being asked to be activated within you, right? Where is that energy coming from? The throat manifestation. Are you desiring? Are you desiring to sing? Are you desiring to be in that energy, right? And it could be as simple as just talking. Your voice has a frequency, a powerful frequency. It has a song within you, right, that will heal, that will help, that will be part of that contribution for you, right? I just want you to look at all of the light in this card. Look at all of this activity, right? There is so much going on within you, Lucille. Start to activate that throat, that manifestation, those realities that you are wanting, right? That contribution that you are thinking and being and feeling on. Follow your strategy, follow your authority, all right? Allow yourself to be open to this. Good morning, Sharma. Yes, of course, you may have a card. Thank you. All right. Tamara, this is for you. Grounding. Feels very grounded already, but there's this essence of needing to come back, right? And I know you've just been away, and I think this is part of that, right? Is when we go away, we detach, we let go, right? I was just doing the same thing on the weekend. I went into the bush, spent 2 days in the rain. It was magic, beautiful, so relaxing. When we come back, it's like you need a holiday from the holiday. So there's this just a little reminder of like re-tapping back into that groundedness, re-tapping back into that sense of self. It's like, right, I've got this, I nailed it, I know where I'm going, right? It's just, yeah, part of that purpose this week is that grounding, staying grounded, right? Stop going out, because when you go out into the bloody big wide world, right, you get lost. The bigger picture just escapes you, and then you've lost all sense of direction and focus. All right, so coming back into that grounding. Why does it seem like I have been on here for so much longer than I actually have? I love when time is collapsing. All right. Lisa, this one feels like it's for you. And there's two. So it kind of feels, okay. They're really chatty today for you. So there's two phases to this. The first phase is an awakening. All right. So Lisa, the first card is awakening. The second card that came out for you is whispers, and it feels like you've been hearing this for such a long time. There is this new level, this new purpose, and I think we went through this over Harmony Fest. You were talking about this. So the timing of this essence now is coming at you, this awakening, this whisper is getting louder and louder and louder, right? And I'm not surprised that it's coming through this gate of purpose, your authenticity, right? Time to awaken to that. Right? That whisper has been getting louder. Now it's time to embody, time to embrace, time to get creative with that authentic expression. Right? Keep following the nudges. And I don't know how many people I need to tell this to today. Currently, I can see 13 people, so I'll tell you all. Keep following the nudges. The nudges is what get you to $100,000. The nudges is what get you to that next step that you are asking the universe for, right? The universe is always saying bloody yes to you. So believe it, right? So that whisper that you've been hearing, it's now time. Like it's so loud that it's almost deafening, right? The universe is saying now, do it. Yes, right? Being authentic is not being afraid to step into our power. Right? We are the contribution. Julia, this one is for you. 4444. Extra nudge. Yes, Lisa. Continue doing that. And if anybody here needs support, please reach out. I would love to be able to help in any way. As I said, I've got a very special email coming out for those on my email list, you know, how these can start activating you every single week, creating more. Like, I know it makes sense, but it's great to listen, right? And I am coming to you, I am coming to you, Julia. But I want you to be reminded here that while it makes sense, you can listen as much as you like, but if you take no action, if you do not follow that nudge, if you do not trust what is coming through, then next week you'll be back and you'll be saying, yes, it makes sense. And the same message will keep coming and you will be fish slapped in the face, right? Like Lisa said, extra nudge. I've got 2 cards. There's her signs and synchronicities to say, hey, you've been listening. Now it's time for action, right? Because that is what we're meant to be doing. We're meant to be taking action. Whether it works out or whether it doesn't matter. We are part of the process, is taking that fucking action. So if you've been hearing this, if you've been coming every single week, this is just like a generic spirit message here. If you've been coming every single week, listening to the messages and doing nothing about it, then maybe it's your time to actually start doing something about it. Because I can talk until I am blue in the face and give you all the wisdom in the fucking world. But if you take no action on it, it gets you nowhere. You are still the same as what you were. Right? And I said in October that what gets you here will not get you there. Right? It is feeling like very much a time, a month for action. Increasing that energy and start moving forward with what we are being given, what the universe is sending us, right? You're asking for messages from the bloody universe all the time. I know you are. Blue balloons, yellow signs, car spots. But you're not taking action on those yeses that you're getting from the universe. And then the universe goes, well, I'm fucking confused. I don't know what she wants. I keep telling her all these things, but she's not listening, right? Sermon over. Is everyone listening? All right. Thank you, Julia, for your patience. Your card is, I just feel like there was a message from Spirit that everyone needs to hear right now, right? Follow that lead, follow that nudge. Julia, your nudge today is visualize. What do you want, right? We all have this beautiful divine, I love your rants. I just get so sermon-like. Julia, visualize, right? The power of visualization. What do you want? Your purpose, right? We all have this desire within us. Every single one of us has this desire within us to do something in life. My son's joined the military. For me, it's doing this work and sharing this wisdom and giving you walking rants, right? What is your purpose here? Visualize that. Make it happen. Manifest, co-create with the universe. It's part of your purpose. It's part of your contribution. The universe is always saying yes to you. Julia, are you getting this message here? Right? Visualize what you want. Part of the purpose and manifesting creativity is deciding what you want. Putting that to paper, Vicky, just saying, putting that to paper, right, will get it more clearer in your head with what that looks like, especially if you have a blocked third eye and you can't really see, right? Get into that visualization, writing it down, Vicky, just saying. Right? So Julia, visualize the purpose of what you are doing here, what you want to create from it. And I'm also just saying, for those who have a defined G center, money is a good focus for you. You really like focusing on money and you really get satisfied, or you really get your signature success from chasing that resource, right? It's a designed thing, right? And it could mean that you just get your kicks out of budgeting maybe, right? But there is an essence of people loving money when they have a defined G center. So look at that too. Visualize that. What do you want from the universe when you're creating, and when you're creating wealth? What do you want that wealth to bring you? Visualize that, right? Let that be shown to you by the universe as this is what you can create if you put your mind to it, you put the action in. Okay, write it down, visualize. Yes, thank you. You've received my message. All right, let's move on. And again, making sure that you have your intention and don't want to be waiting to hear all the messages before you get your message, right? I had a client who used to do that. She used to come every week to the videos and wait to the very end. Like it's almost like she subconsciously blocked any message until the very end. It was like she was trying to listen to everyone's little insights, right? And then collaboratively go, yeah, that's me. Yep. And then listen to her message and do the same, right? So if you are coming to if you find that you've been here for a while, like 50 minutes in, you still haven't got your card yet, look at that subconscious thought that's blocking it, right? Are you open to receiving? Are you in your femininity of reception and acceptance of what you hear and feel when you hear your card, right? Because and it doesn't have to land straight away, right? But there is this essence of you not receiving, and that's a block. Deb. I giggle. You'll know why I giggle now. Deb, create the space. And we were talking about this on Thursday inside my Aligned by Design tribe. We have 2 more sessions left in November. So we're going to go through what the fuck is human design as the end of year wrap up. So those who are joining the Aligned by Design tribe will start to get an understanding, but start to create that space. Deb, really start to create that space, right? You've got a plan. We were talking about this inside the class on Thursday, right? Create that space. Allow yourself to be in that space. And I know you were marking some time in your calendar, so maybe you haven't yet. Maybe this is just a reminder to make sure that you do, right? It's part of that action step that needs to happen. And if you have, maybe there's this nudge of creating more space. Maybe, and the thing is, one thing that I notice for myself is that we always intend for a certain time frame to register and to work, right? But it always ends up double that or 3/4 of that, or, it's never what we think it is, right? So there's just maybe a message to you today, Deb, to just create some of that space or create more space. And the second card that came out is like some insight will come from that. Maybe it's just some more thinking time. But when you have, and it's really funny because I find that those who have their knowing, their messages will be very short. For those who are unknowing, they're not really sure how to, and they want more, I will talk for longer. So Deb, you're on track. Just keep sort of going with those little nudges. All right, so I have left 2 pull cards for Tammy, Sharma, Olivia, Abigail, and Gemma. If I have missed you and you are here still watching or you're just listening, if I've missed you, please put a love heart in the comments. Gemma. And again, I'm going to laugh because you're going to laugh. I told you I've been listening to Frozen, or not listening, but I've been hearing Frozen in my head all week. And guess what card comes out for you, Gemma? Let it go. Cut the cords. It's like the sword in here. I've actually drawn something very similar, but this feels like a personalized sword. You can use selenite as a wand. Maybe go into Gems on Gem and get your selenite wand, right? But this feels like that this sword, this is powerful for you this week, right? Letting it go, cutting the cords, starting fresh. This just feels like that kind of energy this week for you, Gemma, right? There's a second card that is that remembrance, right? It's just this remembering that suddenly you've remembered. It's come to you as an aha. It's come through your spleen. Oh, Right, that's right. I remember now. And you kind of got setting the wheels in motion on that. And whatever you're setting the wheels in motion on that, there are some things that need to be let go of. And there's a shift. So just have your remembrance, have your knowing, right? Follow the lead of being that projector, right? As the guide for others that are here to receive your wisdom, right? Allow that strategy and that authority of your design, right, to lead you down that road, right? To allow that letting go of doubts. There we go. See, there's something Frozen. Let it go. Sing Frozen. Let it go. Let it go. My plans for the last days on and off ran out of time to do everything. Yeah, see? Plan less, double the time. I agree. Plan less, double the time. You have a great day too. Thank you, Lisa, for joining. Lovely. Yes, Gemma, letting go of those doubts. Sharma, there is a question here for you. Tammy says, I'm probably blocked. I've been told that all day. Yeah, working on it actively. Then you said that, yeah. And that's the thing, is like there's a 3-step process when it comes to action, right? The first one is having awareness, right? I'm probably blocked, right? I'm one of the last people to be read. There's 3 left out of 15 and I'm one of the last, right? I'm blocking my energy, right? Sharma, I will get to you in just half a minute, right? And then working on it. It's like, what's that belief plan? Do you have a belief plan? Do you trust your belief plan? Do you believe that it's going to happen? Right? Because part of the belief plan is that you have to believe it first before you will see it. Right? You have to believe that it exists on the realm of the universe for you to receive it. Right? And the block is receiving. And as women, we are so fucking blocked in our receiving because we've been told to shut it down, shut up. Right? So, Sharma, the question that comes here for this, out of all of this, and your purpose, ask your soul. Don't ask everyone else. Don't ask your best friend, what do you think I should do? You know what I'm like. What do you think? You are being asked right now, Sharma, to trust this little being inside your heart. The soul light that comes from the stars. Did you know that we all come from the stars? Did you know that? We have a star dust in us. That is what was created by our energy. Just saying. Sharma, you're being asked this week to ask your soul. Don't ask the outside world. Don't be influenced by outside. Ask your soul. Your soul knows its purpose. Your soul knows its contribution to the world. Connect with your higher self, right? Connecting with your higher self can be the best thing that you could ever do for yourself, right? Allow yourself to come to light with it. Allow your higher self to embody your soul. Allow her to come in again. That's what it really feels like today, is that you really need to ask her to come back. Right? It's part of that awakening process. And I don't know how many times myself, back in 2012, that I fought with the goddamn dark night of the soul. Yes, I'm doing it. No, I'm not doing it. Yes, I'm doing it. No, I'm not doing it. Yes, I'm doing it. This kind of feels like what it is like for you right now, Sharma. Asking your soul to come back to you is one of the hardest things that we can do. When it does, boy, does it awaken, right? And that's the fear. We don't know what's on the other side of that. But what I will tell you on the other side of that is just pure love and pure joy and pure authenticity, right? You are being guided now in gate 1 to step into this purpose. Activate your soul again. And I really hope that makes sense for you. Abigail. this is for you. And I have Olivia and Tammy left. There's kind of two pieces to this and a third card, but I won't show you the third card until the end when you hear your message. So Abigail, this feels like an awakening. Right, there's something shifting within you, and there's always something shifting within us. It's using that 3-step process of awareness, right? This is the awareness that I have. Something's awakening within me. Something is being activated within me. There is this dualness happening for you, right? This tugging of, similar to what I was just saying when it comes to 2012, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, right? This awakening. Where are you tearing yourself apart instead of putting yourself back together? And this kind of feels like this card, right? There is two separate cells, but there's one heart, and this pulling and tugging that kind of feels like a cracking, right? But it's that soul purpose, that purpose from within that's starting to want to express, right? That awakening is happening within. I need to express myself. I just need to be who the fuck I am, right? And again, a lot of us women get lost in being mum and being wife, right? From that old paradigm of having to be and do things for everybody. And we get torn and pulled in the wrong direction. And then suddenly we wake up and we go, fuck this, I am God, that kind of feels like where you're standing at, Abigail, standing on that edge going, you know what, I'm just doing it. The third card that now that the message has been received or expressed, right? They want you to know that you are the universe. So the universe always has your back. It's always got you, right? The universe is always saying yes to you. Step into your power, step into your purpose, step into your authenticity and express it. Right? Don't hold it back any longer. She'll only get angrier and angrier, like a bear in a cage. Just saying. All right. Let's do this. 2 more people to go. Tammy, these ones are for you. And you'll know why I laugh when I do. Thank you. All right, Tammy, this is for you. And then we have Olivia next. So, first card. There's 2 cards here. First card is let your light shine. So where have you been stopping yourself? Where have you been holding yourself back? Purpose. Where have you not been stepping into that purpose? Where have you not been nourishing your soul to light you up, right? You were the one that said earlier that you'd like to have more energy. Where are you burnt out for shit that's not working anymore? Your purpose is not that. It's not the contribution, right? We are not here to suffer. None of us are here to suffer, right? We are here to be in joy. If you want to suffer, that is a choosing that you are making. So when it comes to letting your light shine and being nourished through this energy, through this expression, through this creativity, authenticity, you are being asked to let yourself shine. Stop blocking your own shit and let it out. The second card that came up for you today is that inward revolution. Right? You know that your soul's always expanding. You know that your higher self, there's this new higher self that comes through and you go, oh, where did she come from? Oh my God, I've got to do this now. Jesus Christ, right? It kind of feels like you've been thrown in the deep end and you've just had to manage and cope and just do, right? It's been that inward revolution. It happens a lot when we get awakened, right? For those who have just recently gone through awakening and you can't quite remember if you had or you hadn't, but it's very much an inward revolution. You have to change your thoughts, you have to change your patterns, you have to change a lot of things from the internal for the external to that light to be shone, right? So I just want you to be aware of this today, Tammy, that stop blocking yourself. Let your light shine. Your inward revolution has been going and creating and making this all abundant for you now, right? It's time to nourish that. Nourish that rather than hinder it. Okay. All right. And now, Olivia, we have you here. Okay. And again, you've been questioning this purpose thing for quite a while. A lot of people have been questioning their purpose for quite a while. But I do want you to know that if, just like Sharma, if you ask your soul, it will be shown to you. Don't let your logical brain take over. Yeah? Use the, okay, because you're last, I'm just going to point this out here. And I know you came late, and I'm not blaming this, but I want you to just realize you've just listened to 14 or 15 other people. And there's been soul writing, there's been soul songs, there's been lots of messages that you have potentially received out of all of this. Now it's time to ask your soul. Listen to the soul before listening to everything else, right? That reverberation will go from the inside out. And we were talking about this in the panel discussion. I'd really love for you to go and watch that panel discussion, right? Feminine embodiment. We were talking about this yesterday, how we have 4 energetic bodies here on this human earth. A physical one, a mental one, an emotional one, and a spiritual one, right? All 4 bodies exist on this plane. Now, what comes in must also leave the same way, right? So when you receive a message from spirit, that's on the spiritual level. When you put it into your mind, when you decide to do something, that's mental. When you feel it, that's your emotions. And when it's physically actioned through your work, that is the physical aspect of it. This is where you get to ask your soul from the spirit, pulling it in, making it something in your mind, making a feeling in your heart, and taking the action on it. All right? Ask your soul today, Olivia. Get activated with that. Okay? So I hope that resonates for everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. As I said, if you feel the need you will get email reminders, right? And every single week that I go live here on Facebook, and I'll give you the link inside the email. But I'd really, really love for you to start activating these points today. Start using them, start making them real, right? And if you want to be on my email list and receive exclusive offers, here is a link to go and get something for free from my website. You've got a chakra balance. You've got your first 10K month with human design. You can join my tribe. All of these different ways that you can be in my space and be part of all the exclusive deals that I have and get reminders of this every week. So again, thank you so much for being here. It really does light me up. I'll be buzzing for the next 2 or 3 hours now, and we will see you all same time, same bat channel next week. So until then, so much love to you from my heart. Many blessings. Have a great week, everyone.